What's going on, guys? The Disowned Shadow here, and welcome to another tier list video. I don't know. I'm not excited. It's not that I'm not excited. I just woke up. I woke up, showered, and I have to do this, and then I have classes. This. Oh shit! I should probably choose the file. Spoiler. This. Oh wait, I should probably. Spoiler. I, it's just showing which ones. These are my top 25 DLCs. I kind of was like, oh, I haven't played. I've played a lot of games, but not a whole lot of them had DLCs. But just enough of them had DLCs for me to scratch together 25. Some of them are a little stupid, but I really did enjoy them. So let's go into it. Um, Starting with this one. Doom Eternal Ancient Gods 1. If I remember correct, I did really like Ancient Gods 1. I think I'm going to put Ancient Gods 1 and 2 in A tier just to get that kicked off. Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 2. I don't really know what else to say about these. I really liked them. They added some cool areas. I'm really excited for. Kind of gave us a look at kind of what Doom the Dark Ages might be. I'm really excited to see that. Dark Souls 1 Artorias of the Abyss. Artorias of the Abyss. That goes in B tier for me. It's not that I don't like it, it just feels very simple, which makes sense because it was the first Dark Souls game, or the first FromSoft game with DLC, I believe. But not only does it feel basic, but the work to get to the DLC is just. It doesn't justify this. The gameplay of the DLC does not justify what you have to do to get to the DLC. That's all I'm gonna say. It's still a good DLC. Far Cry. God, I can't speak today. Far Cry Blood Dragon. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, I should say, because it is from Far Cry 3. That's an A tier DLC. I really loved. I looked at some of the games in my Steam list, and I was like, oh shit. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. And then I was just like, I really liked that game. I really liked Far Cry 3, and I really liked the Blood Dragon DLC. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll throw it in there. It's a good DLC. I don't remember all too much, but then remembering kind of a little bit. I don't remember exactly. But looking at like the pictures for it, I was like, yep, that's what I remember. So that goes in there. Far Cry. God, my brain isn't working today. Fallout 3 Broken Steel, I'll put in B tier. Fallout 3 is a good game. I grew up playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but compared to some of the other DLCs on this list, and just Fallout 3 in general, looking back at it, obviously because it's a little bit of an older game. It's not old, but looking back, its controls were a little funky. Even on keyboard and mouse, it felt a little funky. I can go back and play it now, but it was just, I don't know, it just felt a little funky to me. And but I love Fallout 3. I loved Broken Steel. But I just think it deserves a B tier just because it hasn't aged. The controls haven't aged super well. Because these do go off of gameplay, and gameplay cannot be good with whack controls. Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea, I'll put in B tier. Probably because Bioshock Infinite isn't. Well, actually, no, fuck it. I'll put it in A tier. Bioshock Infinite is a good game. It's not as good as the original Bioshock. I don't think it's as good as Bioshock 2, but it's good. Burial at Sea was really good. Kind of took us the opposite direction because, from what I remember, Infinite was in the sky, and then at Burial at Sea, you're all the way down in. I think you're down in Rapture again. Dark Souls 2, Crown of the Old Iron King, B tier, because once again, Dark Souls 2 feels a little whack. The controls feel a little whack because I don't think it was made by Miyazaki. I remember that. But out of the DLCs in that game, Old Iron King gave me my favorite boss from Dark Souls 2, that being Sir Alon, even though I fucking despise his moveset with my builds. My builds and his moveset don't go together at all. I have these slow swinging weapons. He has these attacks that only allow for like one attack with those weapons. But he is a good boss, and I think, if I remember correct, if you kill him without getting hit, he does stab himself with his own sword, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite VR DLCs. I haven't played a lot of VR games with DLCs. I guess I've played. I think there's a couple. I don't think that's a DLC. Curse of Dreadbear, A tier, easy. Build a mangle. Fucking it's like the FNAF one. I don't remember the names of all of them, but it's the FNAF one office, but instead you have to stop them from tearing the boards off your door. Corn Maze was a little confusing, but I can get past that. The fucking Trick or Treat one was really good too. The Pirate Ride, where you shoot the ball gun and you have to get a high enough score or else to get that was pretty good. Base game itself, fantastic. I'm a little bitch for FNAF VR. I love Help Wanted too. Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course is S tier. One of my favorite a game that I never thought would get a DLC, to be honest. But was really glad when it did come out. I bought it immediately. Gave us a new character with a really nice, with a kind of nice moveset. It allowed for a lot more like, what am I trying to say? It allowed for a lot more like precision in your movement, because the double jump was technically higher than a single jump, but each single jump was shorter. But you could double jump at any point in the jump, meaning it was really good. It's really good. I thought it was really good for like Ruby and Croaks with the bulls and the shooting flames, because you could double jump over instead of having to jump on and like and then walk off like I usually do. Really good game. Borderlands 2, How Marcus Saved Mercenary Day. S tier. One of my favorite farming spots in Borderlands 2. You can get a lot of good guns from it. You can level up a lot. It's not bad. It's not like hard. Just a good DLC. Very short though. And everything's kind of high level, so you got to be careful if you go in early. Other than that, it's not too bad. It's a good DLC. Does it deserve an S tier? In my opinion, yes. I really like it. Fallout New Vegas Lonesome Road. S tier for that. And where's the other one? I had another one on here. I swear to God I had another one on here. Oh, Old World Blues. S tier. They both go on S tier. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. Other than maybe Fallout Tactics. No, I fucking hate Fallout Tactics. Fallout Tactics can go fuck itself. Pretty sure that's the like top-down one. I really like Lonesome Road. I really like Old World Blues. They're two of my... I really like Fallout DLCs, okay? I know I gave Fallout 3 shit for having whack controls, but I don't know. Fallout New Vegas just seems like less whack controls than Fallout 3. I don't know. That's just a me thing. BioShock 2 Minerva's Den is an A tier because, I don't know, BioShock 2 is a good game. It got a DLC. The DLC was good. Not much to comment on. I just really like it. Sue me. Don't actually, I'm too poor. Prey, Moon Crash, S tier. I really loved the first. I loved the base game of Prey. I played it multiple times through in my free time. Maybe I'll go back and play it again and like stream it when I get my new computer. Should be soon. But the DLC for it was amazing, in my opinion. I really loved when it got released, going back into the world of Prey. Just felt really nice. Bloodborne, The Old Hunters is S tier. None of these are really going to go in C or D tier. I love them too much. They are my top DLCs of all time. Old Hunters was really well. There's one that might go in C tier. There's one. Uh, Old Hunters gave us a lot of good weapons. I'm pretty sure it gave us I want to say the Beast Cutter, the big like strength whip. I think it gave us Ludwig, which gave us his Holy Blade, which is aka the Moonlight Greatsword. I think it gave you the Whirligig Saw too. Don't quote me on that. That might have been a different thing. I think you did get the Whirligig Saw from it, which is really good. That was also, I think, a pretty good strength option. Tomb Raider, Power Watch Simulator, Tomb Raider, C tier. I did really like it. I love Tomb Raider. I love Power Watch Sim. It's one of my like, if I need a day, calm down games. But it's just really fucking tedious. The Tomb Raider, oh my god, the Tomb Raider mansion is massive. And you need to be so precise with how you clean in Power Wash Sim that just cleaning the like, just absolutely cleaning that mansion is miserable. But it's still pretty fun. Security Breach Rune, I'll put it in A tier. It's a good DLC. I liked the design for I loved the design for like the animatronics in this. How they looked really like fucked. Freddy's design in it was really good. His headless design. The puzzle's really nice. It was kind of short, but that's okay. The Mimic, it was pretty cool too. That secret ending you can get where where you fucking burn him. The whole like continuity or the whole thing with like Roxy having that different looking face, and people are like, why does her face look different? And then in Help Wanted 2 they explain it. That was a really good save on Steel Wool's part. I do really like that. Shadows of Rose from Resident Evil 8, I'll put an A tier. A lot of it's once again pretty short, but you do get more into Ethan's backstory. Or not into his backstory. You get more of Ethan, but you also get more of Rose. And I kind of liked Rose as like an interesting character. She was like, everybody wanted her because she was powerful, but Ethan wanted her because she was his daughter. But then it kind of was like, how, like, what makes this kid so powerful? And then we kind of find it out with the power flasks. And I kind of like the challenge of only getting the LMI, the Lemmy pistol, and I think it's the 1887 shotgun. Those two weapons, they can actually be pretty good. They can actually be pretty good, but it's a short DLC. It's good, though. I like it. Dark Souls 3, The Ringed City is... and I'll put it in A tier. It's not long, but it's also not short. It's pretty mid-length. Oh, my temperatures are rising all day. Sorry, distraction. It's a good DLC. It gave good bosses. Gave good weapons. I think it's the dual great swords. The Ring City great swords. Slave Knight Gale's a fun fight. Midir is a difficult, but if you do it right, is also a pretty fun fight. I first tried him when I streamed it. That was pretty sick. Not much else to say about it other than it's a really fun game. It's a really fun DLC. The bosses in it are pretty good. At least I like the bosses. Half-Light's is a pretty cool boss, kind of. Half-Light's not insane, but it's a decent boss. The boss leading before the DLC is pretty good, but that's a different DLC. So, because Sister Frida and Papa Ariandel, Father Ariandel, pretty good. Fallout 4 Nuka World will go in B tier. Fallout 4 was a good game, but I didn't like love the DLCs like I love these games. The DLCs from those games, but Nuka World, out of all of those oh my god, I cannot speak. Out of all of those DLCs, Nuka World was probably my favorite. And I don't think that's like an insane thing to say. I don't think. I did like Nuka World. It had a nice design to it. That's all I'm gonna say. Gave you one of the silliest armors, the Nuka World paint job for your power armor. So also this one I have not finished yet. I just yesterday beat the one of the bosses. I'm like I think halfish way through the DLC. Shadows of the Erdtree, S tier. I fucking love this DLC. It's difficult as all hell. But also if you just spend the time and go get the Scadutree fragments and really like refine your build with some of the DLC weapons, it's not that bad. It's a good DLC. I like it. I like the bosses. I like the weapons you can get. I used one for a little bit before switching my build up. I got the Great Katana and put a heavy attunement on it, and then put Cragblade on it for the extra stance damage. But before that, I was using Prelate's Inferno Crozier. Then I switched to the Giant Crusher so that I could go get Devonia's Hammer. Realized I didn't really like Devonia's Hammer. I switched back to the... I actually switched back to the Giant Crusher for quite a while. I killed Commander Gaius and used his Sword Lance for a little bit, and then overall I've fully switched to the Great Katana. I also have the Dragon's Great Katana just in case for like Bale, because I'm in the middle of doing all the Remembrance bosses, even though I don't think Bale is technically a Remembrance, but he does give you a special heart to get his stuff. So I do have those. It's a fun DLC. I like it. I like the separate leveling system, how you can further upgrade your stats. I thought it was going to be that your stats would stay would be reduced, and then you'd have to upgrade to get them back to normal. But that would have just been really annoying. So no, you just, inside the Realm of Shadows, you just increase them even further. So you go from doing 800 damage to 1,000 damage per light attack. It's pretty cool. Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare, S tier. Really good zombie game. I always have kind of wondered, what would a Wild West setting be like if it had zombies? This is a perfect thing. They don't really know what's going on. They probably thought it was tuberculosis until they realized that it wasn't. But it's pretty good. I really do love it. I love the original Red Dead game. I love all Red Dead. I don't even remember if it's connected, but I love Red Dead Revolver. I remember playing that on the Xbox 360. It's a good game. Evil Within, the Executioner is S tier. I really like the Executioner as a character. I also love the DLC. I love Evil Within. I love Evil Within 2. I really fucking hope we get a third game. Overall, really good game. Really good DLCs. I plan on streaming them when I get my new computer, including Evil Within. Probably in separate streams, Evil Within, then one stream per DLC, and then a stream for Evil Within 2. I'm probably going to open all of the lockers too, because I'm a freak and I want all of them. So you'll see me play this. I don't know if I'll be good at it still, because it's been a year since I last played it. This one's a little wacky. It's not going to go in S tier. In fact, it's going to go in B tier. Actually, no. It'll go in A tier, because it's got a lot to offer. It's got some really good space references, including, I think, pushing Stephen Hawking into a black hole, which was really funny. The Turtis, obviously. The lightsaber goat, or the lightsabers. goat sabers, whatever they're called. It's really fun just being able to jump around in space as a goat. I love Goat Sim. I'm probably going to end up streaming it. I have all the DLCs for it, so Goat Sim, I'll stream it when I get my new computer. And to end it off, an S tier, Resident Evil 7 End of Zoe. This game is one of my... I love Resident Evil 7, but I love End of Zoe because it put a really big spin on the, like, on the combat. Obviously, you don't have guns in this. You have things sort of like them, but you do not have guns. You have your bare fucking hands, and you just beat people down with them. Eventually, you do get the AMG Gauntlet, and I think if you do something, you can get the AMG Duels, which is really fun, because you can just, like, I think you can charge both of them up and do a charged double punch. The combo system was really good. There's, like, combos where if you, like... You can do a combo where it's, like... There's a combo where he does a haymaker, and there's a combo where he does, like, a fucking, like, rapid-fire punch. Really good game. There is actually a challenge mode. Or, there are time challenges. There's also, I think you can unlock for the final boss, because it's, like, the only time you... Oh, no, it's not the only time. But you do get it for the final boss. You can get the M21 shotgun, but it doesn't do a whole lot, because it's only got 2 bullets in it, I think. But I think you can get more ammo for it, but don't quote me on that. I do, but I really love it. Joe Baker is a good character. It gives us more... I think it reveals that the canon ending was, like, the canon choice. Because before you head to the boat in Resident Evil 7, you get to choose Zoe or Mia. You end up playing as Mia either way. But I think it reveals that the canon ending, or the canon choice there, was Mia. And that, so Zoe just kind of like, she kind of just like crystallized, and then Joe found her, and then took her back, and then we deal with fucking Swamp Man Jack. Really good DLCs overall. I really love this. I think this order makes sense in my head. Nothing in D tier, which is pretty nice. This was about half the length of the last video of the top 50 games DLC. Or the top 50 games video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Washing? Oh my god. I'm like really bad at speaking today. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching or washing. Don't watch my video. Don't wash. Watch it. Don't wash it. I was, am, and always will be the Disowned Shadow, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.